Soundstripe.
Hey gang, Chef Mike from the Western Fair District. I love to cook with fresh local ingredients as much as possible when I can. Luckily, I'm at the farmer's market at the Western Fair District this morning, and I've got to cook dinner for 3 tonight. Let's take a walk through and see what I can find. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to cook for dinner tonight, but I know I want my protein to be fish, and I have a real craving for rainbow trout. So here we are out of the Deep Seafood Company in the market. Let's take a look, see what he has. Can I get one of your trout?
Yeah.
I'll get this bottom one on the front and middle here.
Soundstripe.
So we found some really nice fresh peaches and plums, which are in season right now, which is great. I want to caramelize them a little bit, give them a little bit of a sear or a grill. Still not 100% sure where I'm going with this, but I know the sweetness from the fruit will go really nice with the sweetness from the fish. So let's keep looking and see where this goes.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Soundstripe.
So we've got all our veggies bought. We've got some really nice stuff in here. We got some green zucchini, Italian zucchini. It's a nice dry one, great for roasting. We've got some yellow zucchini, some red onions, some green onions. Picked up a pint of cherries. Not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I think they'll go nicely with the peaches and plums. The best part is everything in this bag, except for the lemon, is in season right now, and it's fresh and it's local. You can't beat those flavors. Still a couple more things in the back of my head that I want to look for, so let's keep walking and see if we can find them. I'm looking for blacking spice. Do you have any?
Absolutely. We've got our Cajun blacking right there.
Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so I think I've got everything I need. I picked up a bottle of blackening spice. That'll go really beautiful on the trout. And I also picked up a nice sourdough loaf of bread. It's a rosemary lemon. I can't wait to try it out. So I'm gonna go up to the top of the fair kitchen now and get started on some prep work and see what I can come up with. Okay, so we're back at the top. We've got everything processed. I've got the trout is out. It's filleted up, and I've added a liberal amount of the Cajun spice that we picked up. I've got some garnish prepped up. I'm using the scallions for that. We got a little bit of lemon and butter for later. We got a little mixture of some oils and garlic and citrus, some cilantro, salt, and pepper. Over here, we've got our vegetables all processed. We just did a rough cut on the zucchinis, onion, and the Brussels sprouts are actually light blanched. I cooked them to about 80%, so that way when we roast them in the oven, they'll have a nicer flavor at the end. And then we've halved our peaches and plums, and we're gonna sprinkle that with sugar. We're gonna pan-sear them, get them a little caramelized on there, and it's gonna go with the vegetable, and then I'm gonna make a little cherry something with the end. So let's get started right away and get cooking. Okay, so we got everything in the bowl here. We're gonna add the little mixture that I've got here going. It's just a little bit of lemon zest from that lemon we bought, some fresh crushed garlic, and some olive oil. So we're just gonna add that to our veg. It's gonna give us our little bit of roasting liquid there. Nice flavors. We've also got some nice fresh cilantro that I had in my fridge that we're gonna put on there as well. Give it a nice Spanish flair. A little toss. Our chef's favorite ingredients, salt and pepper. Now I've already preheated my oven as well. Got that set for 400, and we're gonna throw this in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. What we wanna look for is along the edges, we're gonna start seeing a little bit of blackening, a little bit of caramelization happening. You wanna get all these flavors all together so you get everything tying up nicely. So let's go put it in the oven. Okay, so while our veg is roasting away, which like I said, about 10 minutes or so, we're gonna get cooking on our fish. So we want to get this pan nice and hot. I've got it set to a high heat. Gonna add a little bit of oil in there once we're at the temp, and then from there we're gonna put the fish in. So let's take a look at that. We've got a liberal amount of this blackening spice on there that we picked up at the market. You really want to go heavy on that. You want to create a crust. That's the whole idea, is you create this black crust. So we put a lot on there. It'll also help pull the flavors into the flesh of the meat as well. And trout being a sweeter fish, it'll really offset it nicely. So we got a very hot pan here. We're gonna add just a very small amount of oil. And we are smoking hot, which is what we want. So we're gonna add one piece at a time here. So what we're doing at this point like I said, we're searing it. So we're creating that crust, the blackening crust. So this searing is gonna seal in all the juices in there. It's gonna keep it nice and moist and flavorful. But now that we've still got the smoke coming off, we're gonna drop it down, our heat down to about a medium high. Not too much, but we don't wanna burn it either. Well, we do, but we don't. Okay, so we should have a nice caramelization on here. I'm gonna flip this fish and have a look at it. Oh yeah, look at that nice little bit of crust forming there. There we go, look at that. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna let this go for about another minute and I'm gonna pull it off heat. And because we're in a cast iron pan, or even when you do it in your non-stick home pan, the carry through heat from the pan will help pull your fish through. So just set it aside on your stove top. All right, let's put that aside and get started on the fruit. Okay, so let's get the pan nice and hot. Let's get it at high, and then once we get it nice and hot, we'll drop it down to a medium high. So again, just a little bit of oil, not too much. And we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of this granular white sugar on there. You can use brown sugar as well if you want. Nice little sear. This will go really nicely with the roasted veg, and it'll also tie in really nicely with the spiciness of the blackening seasoning. And it's also something that people don't normally always think about, so it makes it a little bit cooler as well when you're doing it for friends and family. You can drop the heat down to a medium. Go a little bit. Look at that, beautiful. That is a beautiful thing right there. Now I'm gonna pull them off, put them onto our plate. Now we're just gonna take our cherries. We have a little bit of juice in there. Not a lot, but a little bit. We're gonna throw the cherries in. And kind of score them up a little bit. Just kind of warm them, get a little bit of blister action going on there. Throw a little bit of sugar in the pan, get a little bit of carameling going. So now we're gonna turn the heat off. Off the heat, we're gonna put in this cold butter and give that a little swirl. And I think we're gonna have a nice, really nice little dish here. So I'm gonna gather all of our ingredients and we're gonna start plating. So there you have it. Everything on this plate, 100% local and fresh. We're lucky. Living in Southwestern Ontario, we have the ability to hit up our local farmers directly. We can hit the markets and whatnot and be able to purchase and support local Ontario foods. I look forward to seeing your comments below. Post some pictures. I know you've all been looking at the recipe and have had a chance to mull it over, and now you've seen how I've done it. I'd love to see how you did it. I hope everyone enjoyed this, and happy Agri-Food Day.